It's very simple, guys. The H500M from Cooler Master, the master case, is here, and I'm very glad I ordered it already because I only saw one store in Europe that actually has it, and I ordered it immediately. So this is the thing, I'm switching my MasterCase H500P with H500M, and it's not actually anything in particularly a problem concerning the H500P. It's just this case looks really awesome and I really wanted it, so yeah, I got this amazing case. But after the intro we're going to talk more about it. We're going to unbox it. Well, I'm going to unbox it, and after a week or so I need some stuff. I need a few pipes, I need 2 more angled fittings, actually on the degree of 45, and some other things from EK water blocks, and I need some splitters for the LEDs and that kind of stuff. So I would say in a week or 2 maybe you'll see a time-lapse video just like I did for the H500P. So guys, here you have Biohazard H500P, on the other side you have my personal build H500P, and now we're going to unbox the H500M. So let's go, guys. Okay guys, now here is the thing. You have 2 side panels from tempered glass. You have a top part which is also tempered glass, and you have, I would say this is much wider dust filters and much wider opening on the top, so actually the air can go out normally, better than on H500P. The next thing they changed from the P version to the M, you have the front meshed part and you have the side meshed part even larger, and it goes here on the side as well. And here is another thing, if you wish, and you have to check your temps of course, you have the front as well tempered glass panel. So if it's up to your liking and you don't like the meshed part here, you can easily just switch it and change it, and that's all there is to it. Now the case, even though it's similar design, it's nothing the same. It's completely different. You have a different power supply shroud, you have different placement for your SSDs, you have even a bracket for your pump, you have holder for your graphic card so the GPU doesn't sag, you have actually different placements for the reservoir combo, for the reservoir single and everything else. There's a lot of place here, and I'm really excited to get much deeper in the case to show you guys how this is a cool case. The holders for the 360 radiator go up to the top. In the H500P you don't have that, you have it maximum to 240, and you have to do some, let's say, chemistry to manage the 360 radiator, like I had to do here and I had to do there as well. So guys, let's jump in with more details on the H500M. So it supports e-atx, ATX, micro ATX and mini ITX motherboards. Now, as I said, the side panel is tempered glass. The top panel, and I'll show you right now, I already did open it because I was really curious how it opens. This here is, it doesn't have a good thing, it doesn't have a crocodile clips. It just has these small parts that you put aside and it opens up, and then you just pull it up like this, and there you have it. So this is also tempered glass top panel, and as you can see here, it has bigger space than on bigger space actually than on the H500P. It's not that much, but it still gives the fan the ability to pump out more air, which is really good. So this is the bracket beneath the tempered glass top panel. It supports 3 fans up to 120 millimeters and 2 fans up to 140 millimeters. And as for the radiators, 360 and 280. So this is really cool because you can actually remove it, and you can do that on the H500P as well, but you can remove it. You have here some holes where you could actually attach the fans on top, maybe do a push-pull combination, but in my opinion then you block this outtake here, or if you want to put them in different direction or something, I don't know. It's pretty cool to be able to detach it and then to, you know, just fix the radiator or just fans or whatever you're doing with your build outside of the case and then place it in. If you're doing all-in-one liquid cooling, then it's just going to be the same thing. You just have to be careful while placing the water block on the processor with already pipes on it. So yeah, that's the only thing you need to take care of. Next thing that we need to do is to remove the power supply shroud and see what is beneath it all, because it has a completely different design than the past model, and it has kind of, I would say, angled cutout here for the supply shroud. It has this kind of also cutout, which actually means that you could place the radiator fan, so you have already some space here to place everything in. Now let's remove the back side here and let's check beneath the power supply shroud. But first things first, before accessing the power supply shroud, you have all these covers here that make the backside cable management really look nice, because actually with these covers you don't see it at all. So let's start with this easily removable part here. Now this covers the backside of the CPU cooler or the back plate or whatever you wish to call it. Let's go to the bottom part of the case. Here we have the RGB for the H500M case RGB. The same panel here as the H500P, but the design is just different. It's nothing new actually. It pops out almost the same way, but it has different hinges, so you just have to pull it up and remove it. Nothing too difficult. So removing 7 screws for the both parts of the power supply shroud, you have to remove first the first part of the power supply shroud, which is something like this. As you can see, this here part, which is kind of like a click thing, has the ability to be removed, and then you can place the radiator and the fans right here. Now before you remove the second part of the power supply shroud, you have to remove the hard disk brackets here, because it actually, the PCI slot here, the last one in the 7 range that you have for your graphic cards, is actually in the way. So that might be a small problem, but nothing big of a deal, because you have only 1 screw for the hard disk bracket and you just pull it out, so that's fairly easy to do. And then you just pop out the second part of the power supply shroud. Now when you actually remove everything, it's a big case, and of course it's spacious below, but I'm still curious about this part. I think, and my thoughts because of this, is that you could actually do something really cool with the case, and that is what I really love, because it's not only modularity with easy to deassemble the whole case. As you can see, I actually removed all the parts except for the front back fan, the front panel, and I didn't remove this kind of holder for the graphic cards, anti-sag thingy or whatever you want to call it. Now it's actually really cool because you could actually place this part here for your power supply shroud, and you could place your pump or whatever you wish on this side. Now in my case I have RGB controller from the Cooler Master, I have the fan controller, and I have the internal USB hub. So there's going to be actually loads of cables here, and I think it won't be that smart to put the to put this kind of setup like this if you have only the back side of the power supply shroud. You do need to put this one to hide all the cables and everything, you know, to make the case look really nice. So that's what I'm going to do. But what I wanted to show you is this is removable by, there it is. So it's nothing actually really special because I have not enough room here to do a proper pull out of this, but okay. So I'm actually going to remove it completely because I'm going to have a radiator and another set of fans here right on front, and this is how it's going to be. Now as for this power supply shroud, the second part, I also mentioned here you have this kind of cover which you could actually remove very nicely, and then to show off your power supply, because you have one screw here holding this panel and you just slide it out, so you know you can see your power supply, and that is also cool. Now this part isn't removable, as you can see, because it has this kind of slide in. It does have here some two screws, and I'm not sure for what purpose are they, but still, as I said, this is a thing where you want to easily, I don't know, place some cool stuff here, or maybe just have a nice viewable, I don't know, hard drives. As on almost every, well actually on every Cooler Master case with the new designs and everything, this case also has huge potential with the modularity. Well, not potential, it actually has full modularity, because you could actually strip it down to the final the main chassis of the case, and that's really cool because you could manage everything as you wish. So if you want to remove this part of the power supply shroud, you could have it without this. You could remove this part, you could remove the back side, you could do whatever you wish, and you could organize the cables perfectly. Now just design the material, everything, the design is perfect because I really love the H500P and how it looks, and this is just something, just a cherry on the top, because they redefined the design so it looks even better. Now talking about the material, everything is steel. You have the tempered glass, and even the plastic on these sides here is a higher quality and better, I would say, you know, better connections here on the parts apart from the H500P, because it did have slight, you know, distances from the plastics and everything, but that wasn't a deal breaker for me because I really love the case. And I have to point out that I bought every single H500 case that I have here in my room, and I have 3 of them, so yeah, you have to believe me when I'm saying it wasn't money thrown in the air. So talking about the H500M, this is an outstanding case with actually really nice possibility to do whatever you wish. I'm going to do a time-lapse video to show you what is this case capable of, and the most impressive thing, which I was, as I said, really skeptical, was the SSD brackets, which are here really awesome. So guys, basically this is the case that is going to be for my private build, which is going to be in from the next week. every video on that side as the H500P, so you will see it in every video from now on, and you'll also see the time-lapse video of me placing my components in this case with full water cooling from EK water blocks. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this kind of detailed review about the H500M from Cooler Master. More videos coming very soon, of course. As I said, time-lapse video. And well, see you next time. Thanks for watching and bye bye.